All right, Tracey, branding your nail business. I would like to rebrand some things about our organization. If I may. Part of that would be maybe some of the people, like my brother.
I am on board.
Can you rebrand him?
It's not possible. I can rebrand him out.
There is no rebranding Greg. I don't think people understand, though. Greg is a unique fish. I'm going to call him a fish. He's a unique...
Is he a guppy?
Well, bubble, gup. Never mind. They'll know. Some people that have kids know what that is. Greg, I say fish because you know how like recently they always go depths deeper and they find these unique fish. He's unique. He's one of those like weird looking. They're like, whoa, what's that?
See-through with the
third
eye coming
out.
out.
Third eye coming out. Yes.
Yeah.
He's an interesting fish.
Yes,
so.
And there is no changing him.
Zero. Mm-hmm. And if he were standing here right now, we would say the exact same thing to his face, and he would just walk off.
You know what?
What?
He does exactly what your mom does. I just thought about that.
Which is what?
They go, and
then they just do whatever they want.
They do whatever they want.
Yeah, that's a gift.
I just realized they both do that to you.
They do. They've been doing it to me for a very long time, dude. This is not anything new, Trace. This is like
I know.
It's actually gotten like so much less and so much better. I always say that.
Totally.
Like, I mean, now it's, we went through some.
You're all accepting your fishiness.
Our fishiness is accepted by all of us. Anyway, okay, branding your nail business.
Yes.
Branding any business today it's different than branding your nail business or any business like 10 years ago.
Oh.
Very different.
Maybe even 5 years ago.
5 years ago, correct. I think I would like to give people just a general guideline of like an actual action items of
1, 2, 3.
Yes, like this is what you like. I don't want to be that
check the box.
Yes, check the box, like kind of a list. Here's what you need to do.
Send money to Tracey Ryerson.
Send money to Tracey Ryerson.
And then I will send prayers.
May you brand your business.
I will bless a glitter and send it to you.
It actually might work.
It might work.
Yes.
No, I think the one thing that hasn't changed as far as branding is a lot of people do not recognize how important it is to brand yourself because they're like, they can't separate the business from themselves because basically you're branding yourself in a way.
Correct.
And that feels weird to people or they don't see the importance of it.
Like, I don't want to talk about myself or I feel odd about
that's
like.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's being, a self-absorbed.
Yeah. Egocentric.
Yeah.
Like
they can't separate the two. And I think that part hasn't changed.
I agree with you. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. And what's crazy is you can talk about your business and still be like, if you're a humble person or you're not somebody that likes to talk about themselves, you can, right? You can talk about your business without coming off as like some conceited, exactly. Yeah. Like, I'm the best.
This is my brand because it's amazing and I'm everything.
And we see that.
It's true.
But our brand is.
No, I mean,
but
your business is amazing, people.
Yes.
Enjoy it.
But we do see that on social media where people are like, all they can say is like, this is great. I'm great, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Not just in nails, but in other businesses too. But we see it in nails as well. Yep. Right. But people need like just kind of a basic guideline to branding. And
I like that because that'll help them get past that. I don't want to brag or I don't want to seem conceited. This, you just follow the actions.
Right. Exactly. And I think the first part is like, what does that mean? Like branding a business. People, first of all, get caught up in the name. They're like, I need the perfect name.
It has to be the most amazing name ever. What the heck does Nike mean?
Nike. What does exactly?
Apple.
Yeah, literally. Why couldn't it be orange? Why? But when you say Apple, it's not about the name. It's what they do. They have
The recognition that goes with that name.
Correct. So what is that? It's unbelievable high quality products, right? Really, really good products, dependable products, backed up with pretty exceptional service, right?
Exactly.
I think that
That's
combination.
The name, what does that immediately a person associate with that name? Oh, they're an amazing product, amazing nails, amazing service.
So I almost want to just to get to simplify this. The way that somebody should think about branding themselves is, okay, I want to put out really good product. I want to make sure, I want my name, whatever it is, Habib's Nails. Love that. It's got a good ring to it, Trace.
Worst nail tech I've ever been to.
See, I branded myself one way or another still.
Minus 10 stars.
On Yelp. Help. You like Habib's Nails. I want people to associate that like they would with Apple, with.
Oh, you go to Habib?
You go to Habib.
Habib's Nails? I know that place.
Yep.
I
The
hear
nails.
great things about them.
Yeah.
I love their nails. I've seen their nails.
The nails are good.
Yeah.
In addition to that, the service, Habib takes care of me. He makes me feel like I'm the only person in the world when I'm in that chair. I'm so relaxed. Great conversation. It's just so easy to relax.
Important. Those two go hand in hand.
Yes.
Just because you have great nails, if you have a crappy personality, and I don't mean that offensively, but
Sure.
we've seen it. I've been watching TikToks and I'm like,
How
are they talking to their customers like that?
Yeah.
Like that, it goes hand in hand.
It goes hand in hand. You need, in my opinion, to really brand yourself properly, you need both.
Yeah.
So how do you start doing that? Okay. So like everything goes into branding because everything that you put out, all the nails, what you say, how you say it, the way that you present your business ultimately goes into the branding of your business. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if we look at Young Nails, we have exceptional products, we have exceptional service, and then also on social media, we have a very unique personality of the company.
Right. Right.
Very energetic. We love to laugh. We love to have fun, but we execute too, and we genuinely care about the person on the other end, and we show that by having 2,500 videos, all of it free,
Yep.
on the internet. That's not including Instagram, TikTok, all these other places that you can get our communities. Free education, answer your questions. We care. We actually give a damn
And I
about
think
the person.
that goes along with the name.
Correct.
Brand recognition, like Young Nails.
They care.
They care.
They actually care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing products. If I have an issue, they're gonna take care of us.
The amazing products is almost secondary.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, how crazy is that? Like, for us, it is very much about the person. We really care about the person, want to take care of them. And then obviously caring about the person means we want to bring incredible deals, incredible products to them as well. So it all kind of goes together.
All goes, yep.
So for someone, like, you need to get your technique down. You need to actually practice. You need your product, your nails. They've got to be solid quality work that you're putting out. You should explore nail art. You should explore what are the things that you can do to give your customer the best in your area, the best nails possible. I want to make sure I can offer gel if I need to, acrylic if I need to, dimensional art if I need to. Eventually, those things come, right?
Yeah.
But first and foremost, nails that they can wear and are gonna last,
Yeah.
right? First and foremost. And then I'm not gonna have like this sort of attitude. Whatever's going on in my life, I'm going to show up to work.
Leave it at home.
I'm going to leave it at home and I'm going to bring it. Like when you and I stream on Twitch, right?
Yep.
We'll talk about things that are going on, but even if I do not feel like streaming on Twitch, and let's say there's something going on that's really horrible in my life or at work or something, whatever it is, still show up and we still bring professionalism. We're going to answer your questions. We're still going to be there for you the hour and a half, 2 hours on that stream. That's our way of showing, here are the leaders of the company. We're here for you, you know?
Correct, yeah.
And I think in the salon, it's got to be the same, right?
It is. It does. It has 100%. But let's say, okay, I have good personality. I for my brand. I have good customer service for my brand. I got good nails. It doesn't matter if you don't get your brand out there.
Correct.
So how do they do that? So you kind of got the concept of your brand.
Yes.
And this is where it's changed.
So this is great. This is great. So basically what you're saying is, okay, let's say I have the good service. Yeah. And I have, you get to the point where you're like, cool, I get service. I'm going to take care of my customers and I get technique and quality of nails, okay, I've got all that down, but nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Right.
Except my clients. And this is where it's changed a lot, right? So it used to be that's all you could really rely on. I mean, you had different, phone book or whatever, but that still wasn't presenting your brand. It's
Correct.
just a piece of paper that says your phone number, basically.
Right.
This is where it's really changed. The
Yes.
game has changed because you can actually skip a lot of time to move your brand forward.
Correct.
So
there's no option here.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to be on social media. So you actually kind of broke this up. This is really nice because you actually broke this up into sort of two parts. Just because you have a brand doesn't mean that you now need the exposure of the brand. So you build your brand by having those things that we talked about, the service, the great quality service, great quality nails. You're going to give your clients the best product all around, period, end of story. But part two of this is now, okay, you have this you actually have an amazing brand, but now you have to get it. You need exposure.
It would be like having the most amazing nail salon, right? Putting in the best location ever, completely blacking out your windows and having no signage.
This is an underground.
It's prohibition of nails.
Dude, come through the back door.
Yeah.
Why do I sound
And I'm
like
not
Batman?
going to tell anybody about it.
Yeah, I'm not telling anyone.
Just if you happen to walk through the door,
right,
you win.
Or you're gonna do it only by word of mouth, which is still a great way to build a business.
You have to do it still. That's a great way of doing it.
Yeah,
but
100%. But
what if you could skip
a lot? Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what that would equate to. Like a year worth of
maybe
exposure
more. Yeah,
or more?
It could be more.
Just by
putting
handling your business.
Yes. So basically taking your brand and giving it exposure. So how do you do that? You do it through social media, right? You do it through TikTok, you do it through YouTube Shorts, you do it through Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels. Those are kind of the four primary that people need to be on right now. Okay, what do I talk about? Well, first of all, you got to post your work. You have to show your product.
Yep.
Right? And for nails right now, service for nail salons, actually for companies too, websites today are just for transactions, right?
Scheduling appointments, purchasing, whatever it is.
Exactly.
People don't go, I'm going to look this up and find a place.
Right. You find that through social media.
For instance, I was in Medford visiting our friends. She's wanting to get extensions. What did we do? Instagram.
You went on social.
Instagram, looking up the extension brand she wants and location. And then she went through people that did it. And if they didn't brand themselves right, she wasn't interested.
Exactly.
Because they weren't giving the breast that they might have done amazing. They just weren't presenting it.
Yeah. If there's no content, if there's very little content, if it's iffy or inconsistent, or all that impacts how you are communicating your brand to the world.
Yep.
So like, you've got to be consistent, and which is huge, which is the number one thing that people don't do. You know what I mean? They just don't put out content.
They don't. New people don't do it, and people that have clientele don't do it. And that would be like, again, let's take Nike, for instance. They went, you know what? We're big enough. We're not going to brand anymore.
We're
no
done.
Commercials, no social media, no nothing. We're good. Your clientele falls off just in nails.
For sure.
People move, whatever happens. If you have your brand out there, you have people waiting.
Correct.
You never stop branding.
Right, exactly. Because most of the time, if you stop posting, in this case, if you stop posting on social media, people suddenly think that you're not relevant, or you're going out of business. Hey, what happened? How come I'm not hearing? There's very, very, very few businesses out there that have such a, like, they've been in the community so long, and they're like this sort of like community treasure where they almost don't need to advertise. People just know.
Yeah.
You want that. They're kind of a hole in the wall, best pizza you'll ever have. Don't advertise, not on social. You just go through. It's very old school. That happens. It's rare though.
It's very rare. Yeah.
You have to put your work. You've got to show you. People want to go on your social media. They want to search you. They want to see the product before. I wouldn't go into a salon, completely blind. If there's certain situations where you might go to a walk-in salon just for like, I'm in a rush. I got to boom, boom, boom. But if you want like dependable, I'm not saying they're not dependable, but I'm just saying if you want that extra, right? Mm-hmm. Like there's a lot of things that maybe your independent nail tech in your area can, like all this insane art and options. And if you want that extra level.
Yeah. I'll have to tell you though, because I go to a lot of walk-in salons,
yes,
as you know. I always look at their social media.
Are they posting?
And they're killing it.
Yeah. So they're
the two places I go to,
they post constantly
3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah. See?
Stories, everything.
Yep.
And, I even do this with restaurants. I go to their Instagram or whatever, and I go, oh, I want that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best part of,
That's how it works.
So you're branding, plus you're giving people a menu.
Correct. You need, like, people want to know what is the personality? What's the product? What am I, do I like the nails? But also, who is this person? Who am I going to? I want to know them, get to know them. I want to get a vibe and a feel.
That brings a question up for me, because I hear this a lot. Am I part of the brand? Because I don't like to be on camera.
Yes. So
how important is that?
100%. You are part of the brand.
Yeah.
Like, you are pretty much the brand, right? You're the one putting out the work. There are things if you don't like to be on camera, here's 2 recommendations I have. Number 1, get over it and practice. You have to practice and start to get comfortable. That's what I had to do. That's what you had to do.
Yep.
Right? Because Greg was the one on camera for like 10 years.
I did not like getting on camera.
Neither did I. And you and I had to jump in, and we like kind of forced it.
Yeah.
And then we got used to it, and then now it's like we don't even notice it, right?
Right.
So get over it and practice is my number 1 recommendation. You have to, mentally, you just say, F it, I'm going in, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to love it.
Start with voiceovers, or just showing your desk and talking through it.
Yes.
And then slowly, and maybe just do a picture of yourself at your desk, or something. Get people, because people like to put a face to where they're going.
Completely.
I do.
I do too.
Oh yeah. Not that I don't like their looks, so I ain't going. I just like to sit. I just want to, I don't know.
I'm with you. I like to see who is
behind
the company,
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. The second thing I was going to say is what you recommended, which is do voiceovers at the minimum. At the minimum, do some voiceovers. That will ease you into the process, but ultimately, even if it's just on stories in the beginning where you take a picture with a cup of coffee and you're like, So excited for my day of
Getting
nails.
started.
Getting started.
And then
Love
you
my coffee.
with a glass of wine at the end.
Yeah, that would be funny.
My day is done.
Dude. But see, that's a perfect example, Tracy, of like, that would be funny.
Yeah.
You know, you'd be like, oh my God, she's hilarious. I want to like,
Yeah, I can relate to her.
I can relate
She
to her.
seems- yeah.
exactly. Like
Easygoing, yeah.
you got to play with those things. Most people in a one-on-one environment, their personality comes out, they'll crack jokes. It's when they're on camera or when the social media comes out.
Yeah.
That's where they like freeze up. That's why you have to practice. You got to
And
try it.
here's another thing I find really helpful. Have someone else do it.
Yeah.
I mean, not do your social media, but if it's on you, have someone else film it and just have them upload it to
Yeah.
your story.
Yeah.
You don't even get the choice.
Right.
It's just done. You didn't do it. Someone else did it.
It's done.
Yeah.
I like that. I think the main, just to sum all this up, right? The main point here is good quality.
Yep.
Like you need to practice and get your quality up.
So that's number one on checklist.
Number one, your customer service, you have to be focused on that. Part of that is like clean environment, organized, like all that stuff goes into that, right?
Professionalism.
Being professional, being on time, all that stuff.
How you dress.
How you look.
Doesn't mean you guys spend a lot of money. Just don't look like you've been kidnapped and thrown in your car.
Presentable
Yeah.
is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Then that starts to establish, like, you know, you and your practices and how you do your nails and all that stuff starts to build your brand.
Yeah.
You know, your identity. And then from there, it's the exposure. It's now you need to start putting it out into the market.
Out there. Yeah.
So start all those accounts. What I would say is get your YouTube shorts, your Facebook Reels, Instagram, connect those, and your TikTok, and you create videos and you upload it to all four. Which
and does it have to be different videos
not in the beginning. Yeah. Just upload them to all channels
or pictures, whatever it is.
Yes, or
doesn't
pictures.
have to be videos.
Exactly. You can do the pictures as well. Minimum, start building your portfolio. Like you have to do that, and then you play with stuff. I always say, look at what we do. Use us as an example. Try to follow that and take it from there.
Yep. And be proud of your brand.
Absolutely.
You know, it's not conceited.
Yes.
It's just you're successful, and you should celebrate that.
100%. I like it, Tracy.
Whew.
Thank you.
Subscribe to the channel.